host, Ryan Seacrest. Our new judges, Steven Tyler and Jennifer Lopez. Returning judge, Randy Jackson. Our new in-season mentor and chairman of Interscope, Geffen A&M, and as Nigel likes to call him, the music czar, Jimmy Iovine. Executive producers, Nigel Lithgow and Ken Warwick. And president of Alternative Entertainment at Fox, Mike Darnell.
Yeah, Mike, really.
I'm on.
Yeah.
Get those blueberries.
Exactly.
We're going to go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. So we'll go right here. We're going to get everybody mic'd up, and you'll be first.
All right. Okay, obviously the first question is, who will be the heir to Simon as the toughest judge? Who will be the new villain?
I don't know if there will be, you know what I mean? I don't think we thought about trying to replace him and do any of that. I think we will all have our moments of toughness and nurturing and, you know, sweetness and everything. I think we'll all have moments of that.
It isn't about role playing. It's about being yourself. That was Simon's character. You know, we're hoping everyone's going to be honest and remain in their characters, which is why they've been chosen and bring their own talent.
Not looking for a replacement. So, you know, we wanted who they are and what they're going to bring to it is unique and individual, and it's a whole new time. A whole new time.
Jennifer, can you comment? How tough will you be?
How tough will I be? I believe in tough love, but I don't think I will ever, as an artist myself, I could never be cruel to another artist. I think there's definitely better ways to say things and still get your point across. So, you know, I've mentioned on the show before, I think people have seen that and kind of can feel how I'll be. Or maybe they'll be surprised, I don't know.
I think Jimmy Iovine will bring a lot of toughness to it. You know, he's our music czar. He's going to be our advisor on it. And he's the type of guy that can stand there, look you in the eyes when he's heard your CD and throw it in the bin and say, not good enough. Different animals, you know, A&R people, totally different than artists.
Jennifer and Stephen, right here, what was it like watching this play out in the press in the last month? Did it make you want to come out and do like an impromptu press conference and just, you know, say, this is what's happening?
I had a bit of a dream come true. It was on tour, and this was thrown at me, and I looked upon it as a great opportunity, and then when I found out who was on board, I threw down right away. Right away. And you know, as far as tough love and loving people, and we're going to, I'm sure, send some people home with a broken heart. And but with, you know, with all that we've been through in our careers, living vicariously through the young talent out there, it's going to be hard. But it's also going to be fun because they're stepping up to the plate, and so are we.
Next question in the middle.
Hi guys, Chris Baelish from On the Red Carpet. Steven, how are you going to bring more rock to American Idol?
One more time.
How are you going to bring more rock to American Idol?
How? By my melodic sensibility, by my sense of time, by what I see and hear. You know, you spot it, you got it. So it should be very easy for me. I'm looking forward to it.
Right there in the middle.
Hey, Jennifer Wells, question for Jennifer. In the package they showed before they introduced you, they were talking about, oh, you know, the headlines about your diva demands.
Yes, easy.
Oh, I got like brothers now.
I just wanted to say, what's your
That
reaction?
felt so good.
Source subject.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I'm usually up here by myself when you ask me all of those questions.
I just wanted you to be able to address that.
Say it again?
Yeah, what are your reactions when you see headlines like that?
I'm kind of used to it. I mean, after, you know, as many years, I don't even want to say, as I've been in this business, you know, I'm used to that kind of stuff. I'm used to speculation. I mean, I was calming the Fox people down. I was like, listen, it'll be gone tomorrow. And once they hear who we are and what we're doing, it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. We know what the truth is. The truth always shows itself in who you are. And so I wasn't really worried about it, to be honest. Forward to getting started.
There's so much rubbish out there. I mean, I said to Jennifer today, we heard that she only likes yellow M&Ms.
He asked me, do you like yellow M&Ms?
Only because I'm thinking, who's going to pick them all out for her? You know? She said, no. Where did that come from? So there's so many stories out there. You know what.
And I can tell you from the Fox vantage point, the deal was not tough. There was no diva demands. It was a really easy, comfortable deal with both of the parties.
It was only getting dates together in terms.
That's right.
When
There's schedules and dates and those types of things, but it was just they were typical deals, to be frank.
Over here, a question for Nigel. As exciting as the new judges are, can you talk to us about other changes to the format that you are contemplating for the next season?
Yeah, I think, you know, having Universal there is fabulous. They're certainly going to look at the uniqueness of the artists. You know, we have been, and it's been alleged, and rightly so, that we've been a bit of a karaoke show, purely and simply because we redo, you know, songs that people know. I think what's going to happen now, Jimmy, and you're the best one to speak for this, is that we've got a whole new set of rules going to come in, that we're not just going to copy the tracks that have been there before.
We're going to try it every week to bring the artist along, really give them some input. And we're going to try to show that. Nigel's been coaching me recently on how we're going to fit that in the show. And we're looking for originality. We're not looking for someone who sings like Whitney Houston. We're looking for someone who is influenced by Whitney Houston, but brings her own stuff to the game. And we have producers like Timberland and Polo who are going to be working every week with
They're down there. They're down there.
Yeah.
Guys.
And for Tim and Polo.
Yeah.
Tim and Polo in the house.
It's those headphones you're wearing.
It's my army. And
nice headphones.
And that's Timberland, rocking those beats. And
you're welcome, Jimmy.
And we're gonna every week they can't just be told, you know, okay, sing better. Someone has to work with them every week on performance, on style, and also make the songs they do have some kind of originality as well. So if they're doing a cover song, that's one thing, but we're also going to bring originality to that cover song as well. So I think you're going to see great improvement every week on the artist, and we'd like to show the people that are voting, who are in the audience, that progress, and make that a piece of the puzzle and a part of the formula where they vote.
And certainly the middle rounds that have always felt a little uncomfortable to all of us. What this does, season 10, with having, you know, these icons here as well, is we're no longer protecting a brand. Once something works, and over the last 9 years, once something works, you don't mess around with it too much. We're now being given the opportunity, and we are 10 years old. We're now being given the opportunity of recreating the magic that we started with. And I think those middle rounds, we're looking at finding other ways to do that so that we actually present to America who we think the best singers.
May I interject something?
Please, Jimmy.
Every week, we're going to have the best producers in the world working with these artists. And they're going to be bringing them along the way they would bring any artist that's signed to Interscope along every week. I think you're going to see a remarkable difference from week to week, much bigger than it was in the previous shows, the previous airings. So it's going to be an entire new construct of bringing artists and have, like, if you stand somewhere 1 week and just sing, the next week you have to show improvement in your presentation, in the way you sing, in everything. And they're going to be brought in every week for 2 or 3 days and work with guys like Timberland and Polo and myself to a certain extent. And I think you're going to really enjoy what you see in that area.
And they're no longer just going to be standing there. What do you call that when you just stand there, Stephen?
Shoegazers.
They're no longer just going to be shoegazers.
Yes.
We will want them to move. Artists nowadays don't just stand on the spot.
They need to present themselves a lot better, for instance, than they did last year. We got, as producers, you know, we got, to be honest, sick to death of them standing there, hiding behind a guitar, and just sing, jang-a-lang. So, and we'd say, oh, next week's Rock Week. Oh, great, Rock Week.
Right.
You know, jang-a-lang, same thing. So it's going to be a big step up musically. It certainly is. And so far, the talent that we've seen, I know we say this every year, but it's going to surprise a few people.
Plus a record turnout this year.
Record,
Yes,
absolutely.
It's really been amazing.
Great. Next question.
We received this question from several members of the press outside of LA and from some fans. Will there still be guest judges on the show now that Jimmy's on board?
We've got 3 judges that we're really happy with, though, and that's what we're sticking with, 3 judges. However, it is always open. If anybody else wants to come along that we feel will add to this and help us, absolutely, there's a possibility of using guest judges.
You know, if Jimmy said, I think, look, these songs of, I don't know, Elton John are great, and then Elton phoned up and said, guys, if you want me to come along and give my opinion, then we'd be silly to say no. So it's, at the moment,
no mentors.
No mentors at the moment.
Jimmy is the resident mentor. So mentors, Miley or anybody else.
I'll get you, Timberland.
I'm in the back.
Hi guys, Dayla with Inside Edition. For the judges, have you gotten to spend much time together yet? And do you think that this new panel can bring as much chemistry as judges have had in seasons past?
Well, she was saying, do you think that this judging panel will have as much chemistry as a
Have
passing
we
judging
spent time
panel?
together?
Yeah.
Yes, we've spent time together. Go ahead.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time together now, and I think that this is kind of a natural fit because we're all from different sides of the music scope, but I think we all have known each other for a while. I've known Jennifer for a while, known Stephen for a while, Ryan has known them both. So I think we're going to have a lot of cool camaraderie. I think you're going to really love this.
I mean, what's great about Jennifer and Stephen is obviously they're idolized by the contestants who are auditioning for the show. But Stephen, if you followed Aerosmith, you get a chance to get to know the guy and sit down with him. There's an innocence about him. There's
Right.
a massive heart and soul inside Steven Tyler. And I was not surprised, but it was really neat to get to know him on that level. And with Jennifer, she's done it all, and she knows how to do it all, and she's a perfectionist at it all. So just adding all of that to this is going to be something that we've never experienced.
And let's face it, I mean, listen, I mean, all of those kids out there auditioning are hoping in their wildest dreams that they can have a career a 20th as successful as these 2 right here. In fact, I would say to most of those kids, these are the idols for them. This is what they look up to, you know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to have a lot to share, and I think between us, you know, we just got such a bond already just naturally, so it's definitely going to be on.
And all relationships grow. I mean, if you look way back at season 1 of American Idol, we had Randy, who was in love with music, Paula, who was in love with the contestants, Simon, who was in love with himself.
Yeah.
So you had, you know, that grew. That whole relationship grew across.
Ryan, who was also in love with himself.
This will grow.
Yeah.
When Jennifer said to me after the introductions, should we change for the press conference, I knew it was a match made in heaven. I said, absolutely.
We're all going to change a lot.
And so Ryan is wearing one of her outfits, is that right, Ryan?
Well, for now.
Randy's promised to
Yes.
grow his hair
Yes.
to fit in.
That's right.
Oh, next question here in the front.
Yeah, that's a question for Jennifer. It was also announced today that you've signed a first look deal with Fox Films. Can you give us some details about that?
It's a first look deal. You know, when we started talking about working together, we started talking about an overall relationship, and I'm really excited to say that now we have one, and we're going to be developing film and television and all kinds of stuff, and this is, you know, a big part of that as well. So I'm very excited about it. Really excited about it.
Next
Good
question.
deal.
Obviously, one of the appeals of this program over the years has been the Simon factor in this program. How do you think the show is going to fare with the TV audience without Simon now? And I don't mean to put pressure on you, but it is an interesting question what the ratings will be like. Do you feel it's a loss not having the Simon character on the program now?
You obviously haven't met Jimmy Iovine. You can't replace Simon. Simon is irreplaceable. There's no question about that. But I think, in truth, I don't want the judges worrying about ratings. They've got to worry about the talent. And once all this is over, and thank goodness we're having today, because then we can forget it and concentrate on what we should be talking about, which are the kids. I want the focus to go back on them and their talent. Then we are just part of the instruments, if you like, that produce that for America, and then America decides on who the next American Idol is. What we've got to worry about here is us going forward, not